More drama unfolding, two major stories, both capturing the nation's attention right now.
Yeah, both stories will play out in court. The first court appearance for the suspect in Cleveland, and then the next phase of the trial for Jodi Arias, the sentencing phase.
Let's begin with Arias now. So she was convicted yesterday of killing her ex-boyfriend. Now afterwards, she spoke exclusively with Fox station in Phoenix, and here is what she said.
Well, the worst outcome for me would be natural life. I would much rather die sooner than later. Longevity runs in my family, and I don't want to spend the rest of my natural life in one place.
Okay, so she's basically asking for the death penalty there. Joining us now, forensic psychologist Daniela. And as you hear her talk like that, I don't know if you heard the entire interview, but even that little bit right there, what do you think about it psychologically?
Well, this is up to form, Jodi Arias. I have followed this trial since early January. We covered every piece of it on True TV in session. And as a matter of fact, so I'm quite intimately familiar with her. I never assessed her, I never spoke to her, so we're not passing a diagnosis here. But that's typical. This is the same woman that actually was looking for media attention after she was incarcerated, telling everybody, no jury will ever convict me. So this really fits in the personality pattern that we have seen of her just as onlookers. It's a cluster B, she's dramatic, erratic, fairly narcissistic. She even states in this interview, ladies, I'm praying for the jury every night because they said it's premeditated and I never had the intent to kill my former boyfriend. Please.
Well, do you think she really wants death like she's saying?
You know what? There's two things to that. One component, she will have a really hard time when she's incarcerated for more than probably a couple of years. Why? She doesn't like to follow rules. She only likes to live in her own worldview. And if anybody opposes that, even Juan Martinez, the really passionate prosecutor, right? She would charge back at him. So incarceration for her probably is harder to take than a quick death. But you see, she has manipulated people across the trial for a long time. So it could just be a cop-out in saying, that's what I want, hoping that the jury is not going to give it to her.
I thought it was so telling when this jury, though, said that one of their questions was, hey, you know, you've lied so many times, how do you expect us to even sort through what you're talking about? We'll wait and see what happens in that case here, but let's move on to the other one that we want to get to. In court today, the man many just call a monster, this man, Ariel Castro, who kept those women captive, and he's going to be in federal court today. Your read on him, I guess we haven't really seen him and his actions. We've only been able to read about him. We haven't seen him walk around yet. What do you think, though?
Well, I think he's a sexual predator. And it's very interesting because Prosecutor Perez yesterday said, yes, for right now, this is only the beginning, right, of the charges and even for the story to unfold, ladies. It's 3 charges of rape and 4 of kidnapping. But later on, even legal analysts yesterday would have said that potentially there will be the violent predator charge also coming up, for sure. Listen, this is also premeditated. This was planned. You're holding 3 women individually in your house, chained. Ladies, imagine you get up every morning. We all do. We have a plan. This lady couldn't do any of this for 10 years, and he has not shown any remorse so far.
Well, I hope to continue to talk to you just about how the women recover. We're running out of time, Dr. Shira, but thank you so much for coming in and giving us, you know, a view about this, because I know they have a tough road ahead, too.
They do.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
All right. Let's toss it over to meteorologist Mark.